Ooh-wee. Yeah, this woman in this video spoke a lot of facts. But let me say this. When I first saw this video, I'm going to be honest. The first thing popped in my head is this goes both ways. If a man wants a good woman, he's going to have to step his game up as well. He's going to have to learn the things to do to get and keep a good woman. But since this video is about women, because women are the ones that think they don't have to do nothing for a man, a good man should just fall in their laps, a good man should just appear when they snap their fingers, whatever. That's what, so my mind automatically goes to that. Now, I'm going to say this here as well. Women, for some odd reason, would do any and everything to get and keep good things in their life, like a job, a car, a house, whatever. You see what I'm saying? But for some reason, they turn that completely off when it comes to getting and keeping a good man. They think it's just supposed to happen. Don't know why that is. But let's go ahead and get into this video with her right here. Because what she said, whew, she has a good point. Let's go ahead and get started here.
Hey, so I know that a lot of women are going to hate this message. I already know.
And it's sad you got to start it off like that, because when you just start telling a woman some good things that she should do, it's sad that you got to start off like that. If you notice, men don't have to have conversations like that. Men are just saying, hey, man, if you want this, you're going to have to do this, you're going to do that. Whether that man takes the advice or not, men don't be like, hey, man, it's sad. I know men ain't going to like this. They're going to call me names. No. Men either take it or they don't take it. But for women, it's sad that y'all got started off like this. But let's continue.
Y'all gonna call me a pick-me because people call me a pick-me all the time. But I just feel like this. If you are a female, a lot of women in our community be having this outlook on things like that they don't care about what men think and like they just gonna do what they want to do. And I used to be one of these females. And one thing that I learned is the fact that if you are a female or you a woman and you want to attract a certain type of treatment and you want to attract a certain type of dude, then you gonna have to know how to play the game.
She's right. You're going to have to learn how to play the game. Because that's all it is. It's just a game to get what you want. Just like when you go to that job, don't sit here and say you be 100% honest in the interview. We all tell little lies about ourselves to sell our soul to get that damn job. Probably the wrong choice of words there, but you get my point. We all done it. I've done it. Everybody has done it. So, yeah, she's right. You got to play the game to get what you want. But like I said, though, for some reason, women turn that off when it comes to a man. But let's continue.
I'm serious because, I worked at a club and I realized that it's different types of men in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Now, keep in mind, she just said she worked in a club for two reasons. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the first one. One, she see the kind of men that come in there and they'll be ogling these women that in the club. It's not the kind of men that you really want to be with, that you really want to marry, that you're going to have a successful life with. So, but I'm going to let y'all think about the second reason. But let's continue.
And a lot of the men that in our community that treat women bad are bottom tier men. They the street dudes, the hood dudes, the inmates. These are I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but they're bottom tier dudes. And if you want to attract a gentleman and you want to attract somebody that's gonna wine and dine you, you have to know how to carry yourself. They're not even gonna look in your direction if you don't play that role. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. You have to be conscious to what you attract. You gotta, if you want to get a gentleman, or, some women do want to be old and by themselves, or old and being a city girl, or old and with a sneaky link. But I'm telling you, if you want to attract a certain type, you're going to have to work on the way you speak. You're going to have to work on the way you dress. You're going to have to work on taking care of yourself. You're going to have to work on knowing when to be quiet. Because, ain't nobody taking no hood, ain't nobody whining and dining like no hood rat chick. I mean, unless he's, an NBA young boy.
She's right. Unless you get those kind of men She's telling the facts. It's just funny that now women are starting to see the same crap that the late, great Kevin Samuels used to tell them. Women are starting to see that. I wonder why it took for him to pass. For now, a lot of y'all starting to see what he's been saying. Yeah, you're going to attract men. Of course, you are a woman. You're going to attract men. But, don't you want to attract the right kind of guy? Don't you want to have a long, happy, healthy relationship with the right kind of guy? Why would you want, like she said, an NBA young boy? Why would you want like I don't know, I can't think of nobody off the top of my head, but why would you want these kind of guys? When you want somebody that's going to respect you as his woman, that's going to love you, treat you right, all that good stuff, wouldn't that what you want? What? Let's continue.
I'm saying, like, one of them. So I'm telling you, like, if you want to attract a different type of man, you have to change the type of female that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't just do what you want to do and say what you want to say and keep doing things your way and think you're going to get different results.
That's the definition of insanity. Let's continue.
So yeah, I just want to say that, like, a lot of women be thinking that all men are trash and they have all these problems with dating, and it's not the men. It's the fact that you can't attract. You don't give off energy that's feminine enough for somebody.
Say it one more time. It ain't just the men. I'm not going to say it's not men. No. It ain't just the men. It's who you are as a person. For some reason, women don't believe you attract who you are. You attract you. So, I don't know. Because, see, I know I had to change who I was because I realized I was attracting these women that, oh my goodness, that mistreat me, that did me wrong and all that. I had to realize that because I was told that a long time ago. And I sat back and I thought, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. I started changing the way I dressed. I eventually changed the way I talk, the way I move, you know, all that stuff. And then, look what I have. Been married to this wonderful woman that I have. We've been married for 16 years now. Because I realized I had to change who I was to get what I wanted. Now, in my younger self, yeah, I said, I want this kind of woman. She going to have to look like this. She going to do this. She going to do that. All this good stuff, right? Oh, I had got that. But then I realized, no, that ain't really what I wanted. You see what I'm saying? So she has a point. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all ladies. You have to change who you are to get what you want. Kind of like getting that great job that you wanted, right? You had to change how you act and how you move to get that good job. You don't go on that job talking all ghetto and dressing all crazy and stuff like that. No, you have a sense of dignity and pride when you step your ass in that office doors. So how come you can't do the same thing to try to get a man? That's the point I don't understand. But let's continue.
To want to buy you flowers. You don't give off energy that's feminine enough for somebody to want to take you on a 5-star date. If a dude taking you on a 5-star date, like, he's showing you off, you like, you know, one of them. Like, he not taking you to no 5-star date and you be wearing, you don't even get your hair, you don't even keep your hair done. Like, why you think he taking you there? And, like, you don't even, like, look the part. So, yeah, I just want to say that. Like, I know a lot of women gonna get mad, and I know they gonna call me a pick-me, but, like, you gotta be conscious to what you attract. Like, if you don't wanna like keep your body together and you don't wanna stay in shape and you don't care about how you dress and you don't care about how you talk and you gonna do what you wanna do, you gonna keep attracting bottom tier. You know what I'm saying? And even me, I'm changing as a woman. Like, I wanna stop dancing because the type of man that I wanna be with ain't gonna be with no dancer. Like that.
All right. That's another reason why I said pay attention about what she said she work in a club. Now, I'm not saying she's a stripper, but she says she works in a club and she's saying she's a dancer. So that makes me think she's a stripper. So at least she understands that though. At least she sat back, she looked at all of those men that come in the club and try to get with those women. She realized, I don't want none of these men. These dudes are trash. These dudes, I know these dudes gonna mistreat me. They ain't gonna blah, 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 and all that crap. So she's like, nah, I want like I want like a Barack Obama, something like that. That's what she's saying. So she realized, if I want that, I have to change who I am to get what I want. That's just how it goes. If you want something in life, you're going to have to accommodate to get what you want. That's just how it goes. But for some reason, like I said, women love to turn that switch off when it comes to a man.
That's just what it is. So all I'm saying is, like, if you a woman, know how to play the game. And you can sit over here and listen to Sprinkle and Cardi B and look at the type of dudes they with. Cardi B with Offset. Sprinkle with an old somebody granddaddy. Like, so I'm telling you. Look at LeBron's wife. You see how she dressed. You see how she look. We ain't never even heard LeBron's wife speak and say nothing crazy out her mouth. So yeah, I just want to say that. So have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, now that video's over, she's right. Look at LeBron's wife. We ain't never heard nothing out of her. I would say the same thing for Chris Paul's wife. Hell, I even say the same thing out of Kobe Bryant's wife. Only time we heard Kobe's wife is when he cheated on her. And after he did that public apology and they got back to being on a straight narrow path, ain't really heard nothing else from her. She even stayed with that man. She wasn't gonna leave that money, but she even stayed with that man. You see what I'm saying? You have to, she's right. Fellas, we might not like the choice of words she is saying, but tell me what she's wrong at. She's right. You're gonna have to learn how to play the game. So, hey, that's just how this thing goes, man. So, all I'm saying is this. If you want something out of life, you know you're going to have to accommodate who you are as a person to get what you want. What I'm saying is, when you want that job, you want to make that money, you're going to have to give up your free time. You're going to have to give up time to go chill and relax, to go make that money, to get that good job, to work hard, to get promoted, start your own business, blah, blah, blah. Why can't y'all do the same thing for a man? Why can't you say, you know what, this ain't who I am, let me stop, let me work on myself so I can track a man like LeBron James. I can attract a man like Barack Obama. See what I'm saying? I know, I just gave y'all my personal story. I had to change so I can attract the right kind of woman. I'm not saying I did anything crazy, but I had to change my lifestyle. That's what I'm trying to say. I never put my hands on a woman in the wrong way. I never cheated on a woman, but I know the kind of lifestyle I was living. I was attracting the same kind of women for that lifestyle, if that makes sense. Now, if I don't want a woman that's going to be all ratchet and stuff, I had to change who I was. And that's exactly what I did. And now I have a beautiful family. Look, whew. So I can't express that enough. So it's just mind-boggling. Women would do that for anything. They will shut their mouth when they at the job, and I don't want to hear that crap. Oh, I speak my mind. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nobody do, because if you did, you wouldn't have a job. Nobody do. Like, even these record labels, people have said so many times how they'll tell the owner of the company this and that. Bull crap. No, you don't, because you won't curse that boss out and think you're gonna have your job tomorrow. No, you ain't. You might censor what you're gonna say, yes, Instead of saying, fuck you, you might say, man, leave me alone. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that nonsense. No, you don't. Nobody do. So how come you can't do the same thing for your man? And she's right. I'm stuck on that LeBron thing. She's right. Look at LeBron's wife. I ain't never heard nothing out of her. I ain't never heard that she was on social media saying nothing. I ain't never heard that she dressed all crazy. She looks crazy. She go to crazy places. She do crazy things. I ain't never heard none of that. Even after Kobe Bryant is gone, you really still don't hear nothing from his wife. I think her name's Vanessa, if I'm not mistaken. But you ain't never heard nothing crazy from her. Even Michelle Obama, you don't hear nothing crazy from her. This is another thing that's stuck in my head. She says she could not stand her husband for 10 years. Not minutes, not hours, not days, not weeks, not months. 10 years she didn't like her husband. For 10 years. And they still together. Ain't that something? Because she knew what she needed to do to be where she's at right now. Like this woman just said, she knew how to play the game. That's all I'm saying.